2023 took the world I knew, left an empty chair and a silence cutting through. I stood in the ruins with nowhere left to hide, free for the first time, with no one by my side. For years I carried more than anyone could see, held my father through the darkness while it hollowed parts of me. Every day was duty, every night another strain, trying to keep him standing while I drowned beneath the pain. Then September closed a chapter I was never ready to end, and the home we built together lost its heartbeat and my friend. The chains were finally broken, but freedom felt like grief, because losing every burden did not bring me any peace. No familiar voice was waiting when I opened up the door, only memories in rooms that felt much colder than before. I had begged to have my own life, but when it finally came, I learned that being free and being alone can feel the same. So I gathered every fragment that the darkness left behind, built a path from broken pieces and a reason not to hide. I had nothing but my own paws and a heart still full of scars, but even through the longest night I could still look toward the stars. I will howl into the darkness, let it know I made it through the loss, through the silence, through the life I never knew. I have stood beside the abyss and heard it calling out my name, but I turned away from nothingness and chose to breathe again. I am rising from the ashes, though the fire left its mark. With my camera in my paws, I'm finding beauty in the dark. I am not the wolf I once was. I was shattered and reforged. Every scar became a compass pointing toward another dawn. Now I walk through distant cities, forest stations, open roads, carrying the lens that helps me see what sorrow almost stole. Every animal and skyline, every mountain, every train is a piece of life returning through the fractures in my brain. Some days I feel the old spark waking somewhere in my chest. Some days getting out of bed still feels like some impossible test. I do not call it healing when the grief still cuts this deep, but I have learned that moving forward does not mean I have to leave. I still wish that I could find him sitting somewhere in that room, hear his voice break through the quiet, push away the gathering gloom. But I carry what he taught me and the love he left behind, not as chains around my spirit, but as fire inside my mind. Freedom never promised comfort, it just opened up the gate. Now the road belongs to me alone, and so does every choice I make. There is no one here to guide me, no one else to take control, but after years of living for them, I am learning my own soul. I will howl into the darkness, let it know I made it through the loss, through the silence, through the life I never knew. I have stood beside the abyss and heard it calling out my name, but I turned away from nothingness and chose to breathe again. I am rising from the ashes, though the fire left its mark. With my camera in my paws, I'm fighting beauty in the dark. I am not the wolf I once was. I was shattered and reforged. Every scar became a compass pointing toward another dawn. I will never claim I conquered every shadow in my head. Some nights I only stayed alive by choosing one more breath instead. I have crawled through years of sorrow with no rescue drawing near, so do not call me fearless. I kept moving while in fear. I have lost the ones who knew me, I have watched my old world end. I have learned that some goodbyes leave wounds that never fully mend. But my story did not finish when that chapter turned to dust. I am still here, still creating, still still becoming who I trust. There is loneliness and freedom, there is freedom in the pain. There are roads I never traveled calling out to me again. I cannot change what happened or reclaim the life that's gone, but I can raise my head beneath the moon and keep moving on. I will howl into the darkness, feel it trembles at the sound. I have walked through every winter that was meant to drag me down. I have stood beside the abyss, but it will never own my name, because every time it called me, I chose life and turned away. I am rising from the ashes, carrying all that I have lost. Every piece of independence came with loneliness and cost. Still the camera catches sunlight where I only once saw gray, and each photograph reminds me I survived another day. I am Kiba Snowpaw, standing where the old world burned away. Not untouched and not unbroken, but still choosing my own way. Let the next road stretch before me, let the unknown chapter start. I reclaim my life from darkness, now it answers to my heart. I did not rise without the scars, I did not leave the grief behind.